Hello, Power BI community. Welcome to the July 2025 monthly update. I'm Patrick LeBlanc, Program Manager, Azure Data at Microsoft, here to bring you the latest and greatest in Power BI. This month, we have several new updates, and guess what? Whether you're a seasoned professional or someone just getting started with Power BI, we have something new for you. So let's dive in and see what's new with Power BI this month. Let's start things off with the generally available features for this month. I'm excited about this list. Let's take a look. Let's start with expanded data sharing with Microsoft 365. Not only is this feature GA, but the Power BI integration has been extended to include things like chart titles, more information about reports, information about your models like refresh time. This will make finding reports easier to make better data-driven decisions. Next, we're announcing the unification of reporting using Power BI Report Server. I actually had the opportunity to announce this with Bob Ward at SQL Bits in London earlier this year. And so what does this mean? Well, Microsoft is not releasing any new version of SQL Server Reporting Services, or SSRS. Instead, Power BI Report Server will become the default on-prem reporting solution for all paid versions of SQL Server. And now, as SQL Server 2025 GA approaches, we will announce more information, so please stay tuned. One of my favorite features has gone GA this month. What is it? Field parameters. Field parameters. I love field parameters. And if you use field parameters, you know you can dynamically switch the axis on your column chart or your bar chart, or you can switch the measures in your matrix or your tables and other visuals. But not only have they gone GA this month, we have a very exciting update, and Jay is here with a great video to explain and demonstrate this update. Jay, take it away.
We're delivering one of your most requested features, preserving the expansion state in matrices when using field parameters. Let me show you how this works in action. In this model, I've created a product aspect field parameter that allows me to toggle between class, color, and model. Right now it's set to class. I've dropped the product aspect field parameter in a matrix alongside category and another field parameter that we'll see a little later to control the measure I want to display. You can see that the product aspect is right below the category column. And as I expand the bike section, we'll see that indeed the matrix reveals the breakdown by class, since that's the current selection on the field parameter. Now here's where the magic happens. Let's say I want to switch the breakdown from class to color. In the past, this action would collapse the entire matrix and I would have to re-expand the bike category manually. But not anymore. Now I switch to color, and guess what? The matrix keeps its expansion state. No more clicks to get back to where you were. And it doesn't stop there. This enhancement also works for field parameters that switch measures. Right now, the matrix is showing cost. I'll change that using the measure field parameter to total sales, and just like before, the measure group stays open. Everything is right there where I left it. It's a small quality of life improvement, but it makes a big difference in how seamless and interactive your reports feel.
What a great demo from Jay. Thanks, Jay. If you have any comments or feedback about this update, let us know in the comments below. So the last GA announcement, and this feature has actually been GA for a bit. We're going to talk about the DAX query view. Okay, you know the DAX query view, it's been out for a bit, it's been GA for a bit, but imagine if you're in the DAX query view and you wanted to go back to the model view, you would actually have to leave the DAX query view to go to the model view. Well, this month we're announcing a switcher between the two. So you can just go back and forth between the model view and the DAX query view. And guess what? Zoe has a demonstration to show you how it works. Zoe, let's take a look.
Easily navigate between the model view and the DAX query view when you're web modeling Power BI semantic models. DAX query view can give you options to view the data and calculations that you've created in your semantic model, and you can also utilize Copilot here to help you write these DAX queries. Here I want to see the number of orders I have by country, and Copilot has generated that very quickly. I can also use Copilot to actually edit an existing query. Here I want to show commas because these numbers are quite large, and just like that, Copilot has found the right function to use to format this query, and I can see it easily. Now I notice I have a blank row, so now I can quickly go back to the model view and turn on Assume Referential Integrity between these tables on the relationship, which should take care of that blank row as all the countries are accounted for each of the orders. So try this out today.
Wow, what a great demo. I'm really excited about this feature. It just makes working with my model and my DAX so much simpler in the service. So that's it for the GA announcements. Let's move to the next section, the new preview features. First up, we've made an update to the AI Data Schema preview feature. This month, we're announcing a search box feature right at the top of the schema so you can quickly search for fields that you may want to remove from the model. We're also announcing a show hide icon to indicate whether or not a field is hidden in report view. But to me, the best part about this is Emily has a video that demonstrates these updates. Let's take a look.
We've heard your feedback and we're excited to announce several improvements rolling out this month to the AI Data Schema capability in the Get Your Data AI Ready preview. First, we've added show and hide icons to help you quickly identify which fields are hidden from the report view. This makes it easier to decide which fields should or shouldn't be included for Copilot to analyze. We've also introduced a search box so you can easily locate specific fields in your semantic model. This is especially helpful when working with large models and trying to simplify the AI data schema. For more details, check out our documentation. And as always, please keep the feedback coming. It helps us continue to improve the experience to best meet your needs.
These updates will definitely make simplifying your schema so much easier. Thanks, Emily. Okay, so everyone knows that visual calcs are in my top 5 favorite Power BI features of all time. And the team just keeps making them better and better, and I just want to use them more and more. This month, Jay is here to demonstrate one of the most highly requested features for visual calcs, the ability to influence the sort order of a visual calc. Jay, take it away.
Have you ever built a visual calculation like a running sum only to realize it didn't quite behave the way you expected? That's because until now, you couldn't control the sort order behind the scenes. This month, we're fixing that. We're introducing the new order by parameter for the visual calculation functions like running sum, moving average, and more. Let's walk through an example using a Pareto analysis. First, let's get into Visual Calc's edit mode. And let's add the percentage of grand total. So here, just quickly wiring up the fields. Okay, so this gives me a percentage of grand total. Let me quickly format it. So it looks nice. Although that's not even necessary, I'm gonna hide it anyway. And now I'm going to add my Pareto line. So the Pareto line should go from like the left, then slowly, gradually go to 100% on the right. So you would be tempted to use running sum. So just running sum of the percentage of grand total, hit OK, see what it does. Let me just move the running sum to the line. Okay, oops, this is not sorting correctly because I expected the line to go up and up and up. So in the past, your only option really was to use a more complicated window function to get this right. So let me go in here and edit this. Oops, the wrong one, this one. I'm gonna edit it. And let me just see if I can do this. So I would write something like sum x on window, 0 absolute, 1 relative, on rows, order by sales amount descending, and then what do I want to sum? The percentage of grand total. So, okay, I think I made a mistake here. Yep, I'm missing a bracket. Will this work? Well, yeah, it works, but it's not easy. So what can I do? Well, running sum doesn't work until today. So now you just add the order by to your running sum, specify the sort order you wanted, and voila, it should work. So let's try that. Running sum, okay, and then order by, sales amount, descending, and done. Much simpler than the one that I just commented out with the sum x. So let's see if this actually continues to work. And look at that. Now we have a perfect, nice running sum line that is our preview analysis. So with this update, visual calculations are now much more flexible, expressive, and powerful. Whether you're building Pareto charts, cumulative trends, custom rankings, you can now use visual calculation functions for all of these scenarios thanks to the addition of the order by parameter.
Now, I will be honest. Wow. This will definitely reduce the amount of code needed to influence the sort. Jay, thanks. This month, we're expanding the sources for Direct Lake in desktop to include mirrored and my favorite database, SQL databases. You want to learn more? Zoe has a video explaining and demonstrating this update. Let's take a look.
Recently, we announced the ability to create Direct Lake semantic models right in Power BI Desktop. And now with this release, we're letting you use even more data sources. Here, I'm going to choose a Fabric SQL database and create a Direct Lake semantic model. Also in this dialog, we've included not only visibility on the artifact you just picked, but also a way to navigate to it in the Fabric portal. Now I've selected my tables, I can give this Direct Lake semantic model a name and click OK. At this point, the semantic model is created in the Fabric workspace, and I'm live editing it in Power BI Desktop. I can also go ahead and pick additional tables from other Fabric artifacts. Here I'm going to choose my lakehouse, and I'm going to pick a date table to go with my survey results. Once I have the tables here in Power BI Desktop, I can go ahead and create relationships. Recently, we also added the ability for some help with the cross-filter direction and cardinality by using row counts on Direct Lake tables. I can also go to DAX Preview to see the data, and I can even use TimberView to make even more advanced edits to this semantic model. When I'm ready to create a report, I can navigate to the semantic model on the web, or I can go to the file and pick blank report, which will open up a new instance of Power BI Desktop, where I can then go to that published semantic model and click connect to create a report. But also another source we added here is the mirrored databases. So you can now utilize the mirrored databases in Fabric to create Direct Lake semantic models right in Power BI Desktop. Here I have a mirrored Snowflake database, and I've picked my tables, and again, just like before, given it a name, and I can create this Direct Lake semantic model right in Power BI Desktop. So try this out today and let us know what you think.
As always, great demo, Zoe. Okay, the last preview feature this month is organizational themes. If you want to ensure consistent branding across all your reports, or you just want them to all have the same look and feel, this update is for you. These themes work in the desktop, they work in the service. You can even configure Copilot to use these themes. Now you got to be an admin to set this up, but regardless, this is definitely something you must check out. So I have a few call to actions for you. Now that you've seen what's new and what's coming in Power BI, let's take the next step. Go get hands-on and try these features out. Let us know what you think. We'd love to hear back from you. If you want more details about these features, or maybe some that we didn't announce in the video, go read the complete July update blog. It's packed with information. And remember to stay tuned right here. Blast it. Remember to stay tuned right here for more updates coming each month. Okay, that's a wrap for this month's update. Head over to the Power BI community forums at aka.ms/PBI community, where you can connect with peers and find answers to all your questions. And remember, your feedback always matters to us. If you have any questions, comments, or general feedback, you know what to do. Post it in the comments below. If this is your first time here, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you like this video, big thumbs up. And as always, from Microsoft and this guy, thanks for watching. We'll see you next month.